It's that time again for an update video. We are back. My hand is practically healed now, hooray. So it's time to announce some things. There's chapters in this video, so if you want to take a quick look to see what announcements you care about and don't care about, you can do that so you can skip ahead if you want, or just watch the full thing. Anyways, enjoy. Stoll officially ended on April 18th. Overall, I think it's a solid show. I think the lore in the end was cool, but there was more that I'd like to explain about it. Who knows? If the time is right one day, I might sit down and edit a video going deep into the whole laptop lore, as it was kinda short and brief. But besides that, there will not be a season 2, and there will not be any shorts of this world. I will probably never revisit the world again in an animation sense. However, this cast is amazing. So, if it fits right, I will absolutely be trying to include as many of these guys on my other projects as I can. So, expect to see these personalities again, just not in the Stoll world. Thank you all truly for supporting the show. It was a blast to make. THOS 10 is officially back in production. Over 3 scenes are animated so far, and 17 scenes are audio edited, and the episode is estimated to be slightly longer than THOS 9, which honestly currently I'm estimating it to be about 55 minutes. But that's not a confirmation, because I don't have the actual runtime yet, but I will be making sure this episode releases as fast as possible, but I do not have a release date in mind. There's still so much left for me to do, so I can't really give anything yet, but I'll give you something. Summer of 2026. That's pretty obvious if you just use your brain, but it's better for me to just say it. So if I Google summer 2026, summer begins June 21st and ends September 22nd. So THOS 10 will release in somewhere in that 3-month window. So there's still some waiting left to do, but it will be worth it. This episode is truly huge. BFL 25, or Wave 3 Episode 5, released yesterday. BFL was also another show that I halted production on due to my broken hand. And obviously, since you can just tell by how quickly this episode released, I really enjoy making Brawl for Ladies. So here's some intel on that. With THOS 10 being my main priority as of right now, BFL 26 and 27 will be in a sort of state that Stoll 1 through 3 were, where I will only produce these when I'm mentally drained of animating Pumpkin and Mariah arguing for the millionth time for 10 hours straight. But what's BFL's future after THOS? For starters, the show is 50% complete. I officially have written down this entire show's future, and there will be 25 more episodes. BFL 50, or Wave 3 Episode 30, is the finale of Brawl for Ladies, the official end. That's 9 episodes of Wave 1, 11 episodes in Wave 2, and 30 episodes in Wave 3. I truly cannot wait to tell this show's story. Like I've always said, best things come unplanned. This show is never meant to get like this. It simply began as a slop parody show of battle for fine, wonderful, lovely chaps. So yeah, Brawl for Ladies news, BFL 26 and 27 were released before THOS 10. After THOS 10, BFL production will skyrocket and you'll be getting episodes pretty much every other week. In total, this show has 50 episodes, so there's 25 more weird episodes to go. Hope you're just as excited as I am. I'll be honest, I'm really on the fence about this world. I want to finish the timeline, but also at the same time, there's just so many other things I could be working on. I always told myself that one day I'd make a 30-minute or so minute animation as an epilogue to Season 7 that will officially wrap up the story. But even then, that might never happen. One thing I do want to make is the BFDA Season 7 story rundown videos and challenge explanations, but even then, I have no time to do that. And plus, overall, I don't see that much demand for the BFDA content as a whole. When I went on a streak of just making short after short, that lore videos left and right, nobody really cared. And once in 2023, when the BFDA role was my thing and the coolest thing that all my friends and fans talked about and cared for, it's now probably at the bottom of all my shows. But look, if BFDA ever does get more content, here's what you'll see. The BFDA Season 7 recap videos. This will be split into a bunch of videos as the season had different phases with different vibes, so I'll be splitting it up into such. Then, Actual Admin Part 4, the garbage bag short. I've rewritten the script a couple months back, and I actually think it's a really good side story that connects to the Season 7 narrative, and it's just a good continuation of the Power Test short and Actual Admin Part 3. If there's any BFDA short that will be made in the future, that is definitely one of them, as it's a good fit to the timeline and overall a pretty solid story in my opinion. And then, I fully plan to make at least 5 more episodes of BFDA interviews. This series intended to make like a smooth transition for BFDA Season 5 to Season 6, and I plan to do exactly that. They're easy to make, as it's kind of just like one investigation styled with like just one camera angle the entire time, and I think it will just be a more casual series. Besides that, I don't know what's next for BFDA. Season 7 ended on a high note, and now we'll probably never see what happens next. There's always hope, but right now, BFDA is just not a focus of mine at all. I love this show a lot, but there isn't much to say. As I've said in the past, Season 6 will be after THOS 10. Until then, utter silence. Yeah, I've said it before and I'll just say it again. It will be the biggest season of them all, and equally as random and equally as dumb. So don't expect anything big from this. It's just gonna be another dumb season of this idiot show that I make in less than a day. That's all it is. Yeah. All right. Yep. See you after THOS 10 for this show to continue one last time. Sad news. I'm sure some of you guys saw this coming, but the I Was Wrong Object show is canceled and will no longer be produced. I know this probably doesn't come as much of a surprise to people, but I'd still like to give my reasonings. There's 3 main important ones and just other side reasons that aren't as crucial. Reason 1. The show's existence itself. This show exists because me and my best friend Speedy made a bet that Nickley would appear or be referenced in II-18, which was releasing in a couple weeks at the time. If I'm being real, I didn't think he would, but it was just a funny bet. Basically, my end of the deal was that if I was wrong, I had to make a show about how wrong I was. Hence the I Was Wrong Object show. The cast itself mainly originated from old OCs I made during the summertime and never got to include in anything, but so I just placed them all in the show's cast. Episode 1 was fun, and then I just didn't do anything with it at all. With THOS production picking up again, I didn't have the time to waste a day making this show. And then episodes 2 through 4, instead of just trying to continue the cool funniness of these OCs, I try to replicate this weird vibey lore show. And I was very happy with the story, but it's where this show began to go downhill. And I think me wanting to expand the cast was something I regret. This is what the cast was going to look like for episode 5 and onward, by the way. Reason 2. I need room for other stories. Like I said, episode 1 and 2 had such a big gap in between them because I was producing THOS 6 through 8. And then I halted production for many months because of THOS 9's production. And now episode 5 just still isn't out. And I've realized that I just need more room for other stories. I need to cut out other projects in the hopes of making other ones flourish. There's over 25 episodes of BFL left, a 50-minute THOS episode, and a couple more BFDA things left, and my final show that I want full attention on. So I think just having this show is just simply a burden. Reason 3. Lack of attention and views. I know this sorta makes me a hypocrite, as if you know me, you know that I don't really mind views and attention as much as some people. But as I'm getting older, I'm starting to see the value in spending your time on something and getting that time back with people actually watching and, just looking at the I Was Wrong Object show overall view count and just interaction. It's not as much that keeps me motivated to work on it. And I don't want to force myself knowing there's so many other things I could be doing that people will actually watch and appreciate. Other reasons that aren't that major in the big 3, but are still factors is the vibe being very similar to Brawl for Ladies. It honestly had a very similar but different enough vibe and story to that show, and this always slightly rubbed me the wrong way, and I just always had a huge regret in pivoting to this mysterious lore, and I just think it would have worked out better if I had just stuck with the fun dumb show vibe. Overall, I love this cast, and I would absolutely use Hat, Wrongy, Banana Peel, and Earth again for future stuff. But sadly, their story in the I Was Wrong Object show has been cut short. I think what I made was pretty solid. It wasn't that bad, but it wasn't anything special. I set the bar way too high though, and it came back to bite me. I don't see myself ever returning to this project or rebooting it anyway, and I hope that's okay. At the end of the day, it is my decision. I'm like not getting paid for any of this. So in reality, it's just all up to me. So yeah, I hope you just accept this, or you probably already knew this was gonna happen because it was kind of obvious by now because I haven't been talking about it. But yeah, I hope you're okay with this. Yeah. There isn't much update to this show, if I'm being honest. I just want to let you guys know that it is still happening. I also want to explain something. This show doesn't mean that I'm done making object shows. This simply means that this show will be my main priority. Therefore, I won't be producing any new shows after this one releases. It will be my main focus. And since I'm known for making tons of shows while having active shows going on, I'm just simply labeling it as my final show. That's not like a scary or sad thing. It's just another cartoon that is getting my full attention, and I won't doze off to a new project whilst this one is in production, like I've done for like my entire 4 years of being an audio creator. It's just that's all that means. My final show. It's not a sad thing. It just means that I won't be making any new projects while it's in production. That's all it means. But yeah, it's big. I'm unsure if it will release this year, but it will definitely be announced this year. And episode 1 probably won't release until like 2027. Sadly, it's still very much in pre-production phase. I wish I could say more, but this is really all I got for you right now. Thank you all for watching and listening. I hope you're excited for what is to come. I give frequent updates on my community posts all the time, so please check those out every once in a while to hear what I'm up to and working on. I'm going to try to post at least once or every 2 days, just giving updates on what I'm doing to keep myself focused. And yeah, thank you all for watching and supporting me. It truly means the world. Goodbye.